Am I on? Oh, I am. Cool. Hey, everybody, and all you YouTubers out there. It's Sandra, the Naked Chef. Sorry, I don't post more videos. I have read your guys' comments, and you want more videos, but I am like hopping around kind of, and I can't get in like the kitchen very often, and I'm not making too many new-ish things, I suppose. So sorry. But right now I'm making dog treats because I'm training my dog, so I'm making these little dog treats. And you can make them as big or as small as you want. I use like this teaspoon that is like a quarter teaspoon. And then I found like this stick. It says it measures centimeters, and it was in the food drawer or whatever at my mom's house. And because I'm halfway staying with my mom and my boyfriend in between places, whatever. But I use it to scoop out the little teaspoon so that I could just pop it onto a tray. So they could check this out. So like, I have them on a tray, and right now I'm dehydrating them because I have like this toaster oven that has like all these different settings on it, and like it has dehydrate, right? So it's like a convection like oven, and it can do like, it has a fan and stuff like that. I'm sorry, my dog is whining because I put her in her kennel so she didn't bother me. But anyway, what you do is that you gotta make this goop. And like, you can make them as big or little as you want. And the goop is made of, like this time I made a big batch. And I made it with 4 eggs. And I pre-made some rice. And I kind of just mix in like however much rice I think like should go in there. And so I did like 2 small like scoops. I have a rice maker, so I did 2 small scoops. And then you do twice as much water. And then you cook it, boil it with butter and salt or something, and then like boil it on low for 20 minutes. That's how you cook rice. And then you mix it in a big bowl with a large can of pumpkin puree. I think it's like over 15 ounces, or it's 30 something ounces. I don't know. It's a big can of pumpkin. And then I did like 4 kind of medium largish sweet potatoes, and the quickest way to do it is just cut them up small, put them in a pot full of boiling water or steam them, and like 20 minutes they're done. Better than baking them, whatever. Even though baking, I don't know, baking them is supposed to be like healthier and keep more vitamins. I'm not sure. If you want to bake them, if you don't have the time, do it like for an hour or something, or an hour and a half for 4 or whatever baking or sweet potatoes. And then what else did I put in there? The 4 eggs, the rice. Oh, and then I got like some cheap like ground beef from like the almost dead whatever meat section at my store, King Supers. And it was cheap ground beef, and it was like a little over a pound, pound and a quarter, pound and a half. And then I mix all that stuff together, and then I don't cook anything except for the rice when I mix the sweet potato and the sweet potatoes. When I mix the mashed up sweet potatoes and the pumpkin and the eggs and the rice and the beef. Put it all together, and I might like put a little bit of salt and pepper and butter in there or something like in the rice, and maybe season the ground beef a tiny little bit. Salt and pepper is fine. Just a little bit, not too salty, not too like seasoned, because like dogs need bland food. So then, once all that is in there, you let it sit for a few hours to overnight, whatever, so that the rice can like soak up whatever like liquids in there to make it like thicker, like a paste or like a dough. And then you like, once it's done, put it on parchment, on cookie sheet. Put it in the oven at like 325 degrees for like 13 to 15 minutes on one side, and then flip it around so that it has even color and even baking to the other side for the same amount of time. And like they should get like kind of golden brown and still maybe be soft. And then you want to dehydrate them. So whether you have an air fryer or a toaster oven, convection toaster oven, or an actual dehydrator, or if you want to just take a blow dryer to it, or whatever, like do it up. You gotta dehydrate them so that they're hard and crispy, because Otherwise, they will mold if you keep them in your plastic bag or whatever it is. You don't want them to mold. So it could take, depending on what method you use, like at 137 to 150 degrees with whatever device you have, could take hours, like more than 3. But dehydrate them till they're hard and crispy, and then you have the perfect dog treats. You can make them as big as you want. The bigger they are, the longer they take to dehydrate and get crispy. You can bake them on a lower temperature for longer, just as long as you bake them and then dehydrate them. And I also in the past have used a piping bag. You can pipe them out into shapes, or you can use molds, or you can use like ice cube trays or whatever, like silicone ice cube trays. Can also go in the oven because it's silicone. But whatever you use, like, just make sure that like you get them all the way dried, because you don't want them to mold on you. And they're the perfect dog treat because they're good for like their stomach. Like pumpkin is good for digestion, and sweet potatoes are good for their coat and their skin, and just like they're healthy in general. And like the ground beef like tastes good. They love like meat and stuff, you know. And then the rice is like the binder kind of, as well as the egg, and it thickens it up because the rice soaks up more liquids in the stuff. And dogs just love them because they love, like, I was practicing feeding my dog like partial like live food, just like gravy on her kibble, or like mixed with like rice and gravy or something, like hamburger gravy or whatever it is, as well as I make her treats just from scratch, because like I have food stamps and I can't really afford like all these freaking training treats that are like $15 for maybe like a bag like this size, and they only fill it up like 2/3 of the way, if that, like around here. Yeah, like that's ridiculous. So like basically I think I got like a little over a pound of meat, and I already had a bunch of rice I get from Costco, so the rice was basically free, besides like when I initially bought it. Then the pumpkin's only like a few bucks for a giant can, and then the sweet potatoes, I think they're like 99 cents a pound or something right now, or I don't know, maybe less, I'm not sure. Or maybe, I don't know, just around there. So you're probably, and if I got like just under 4 pounds of sweet potatoes, that's like $4. So you're looking at spending like, if like you get the on sale meat, that's like $5 for the 1.5 pounds or whatever it is. That's like $5, and then like, so you're spending like $10, maybe $15, and like you're making, like if you pipe them, depending on how big you make them, like I've filled up like cookie trays upon cookie trays, like doing these treats, and it's like you get tons and tons of treats. I mean, granted, like if you are training your dog and you're giving them treats constantly, like for all their sits and stays and whatever you're training them to do, like treats go through fast. They do. So that's why like it doesn't matter like how small it is. If it's really small, like dogs don't care. They just like are like, oh, treats. Oh yeah, like I'll do whatever you want because like I love treats. So like as long as it's just like a little taste of like just something that they love or whatever it is, and I can guarantee like all dogs are gonna love these treats, because like even though like there's picky dogs out there, like my mom's dog is like the pickiest dog in the world. He loves my treats. So like as meat, like all dogs love meat, and like pumpkin, sweet potato are good for them. Like, so there you go. Like my dog doesn't like peanut butter, so like peanut butter is not gonna work for like all dogs, because not all dogs like peanut butter. So like I can guarantee like all dogs love meat, and like I mean, if they didn't like sweet potatoes or pumpkin, like they still smell the meat in there and they're gonna go for it. As well as like eggs, like for the binders or whatever, they're gonna go for eggs too. The smell of eggs, I guess, suppose too. But like I can't pump them out fast enough, because like they take a while to like bake. You can bake them like to death, but just make sure you don't burn them. Cook them at a lower temperature if you want to bake them longer. And like, depending on how big or small you have them or whatever, depends on all that as well. But you can bake them until they're pretty crispy, and then you won't have to dehydrate them as long, because the I put mine on the sweet potato option, which is only 137 degrees in my dehydrator. But on my little toaster that I have here, like since I'm in like the hotel or whatever, it's 150 degrees. So it all varies depending, you know, or whatever. If you're doing it with a blow dryer, good luck. Like, I wish the best to you. But like that would take like forever, I think, unless you have like one of those super old like Conairs that like heat up the wire coils and you can see them turn all red. Other than that, I wish you guys the best of luck. Please like and subscribe my videos and press the notifications button so that like you get more videos whenever I create them. I apologize, I have brain damage, so I don't concentrate very well on many things at once or like consistently. So that's what that is. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and like this is how you make like the perfect dog treat that is healthy and tasty for your dog. So we'll see you next time, YouTubers. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. How do I do that? Okay. Okay.